Not long after daybreak on the 22nd of September, Japanese fighter aircraft were spotted coming from the east, headed towards the coast of Maleta. By midday, the enemy task force the U.S. Navy had been tenaciously looking for appeared approximately 200 nautical miles east of the island. By 1340 hours, American strike aircraft from the Hornet and every airfield in range gathered a few miles southwest of the Japanese fleet. And once again, just 24 hours after losing an entire task force, the Japanese suffered another catastrophic loss when the battleship Fuso and the carrier Unyo both succumbed to multiple bomb and torpedo hits. Welcome back to War on the Sea. It is the 22nd of September, 1942, almost 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and we just finished an airstrike on a Japanese carrier task force in this area. I believe all of the aircraft involved are RTB. I believe, yeah, I think they are. We have others coming in. I'm going to send these Wildcats back to Enterprise. I don't think we need them anymore. We do have, again, some others coming in. I don't know if they're going to be able to hit this task force, but we will give it a try. Most of these over here are scout planes or Catalina's, Mariners, Sunderlands, but they have torpedoes and bombs. And I'm going to go over what else is happening in the theater before we get into the action. Enterprise, again, is on its way back to New Hebrides to get to replenish its supply of aircraft. We have also, I think, some fortresses right here on the way up as well. Task Force 2 with Hornet is sitting right here, and they will stay here as they recover aircraft from the strike. I have basically ordered Task Force 1 to come out and find this task force and destroy the remainder of it. Hopefully I can. I'm going to send out some the scout planes that are already up, the ones that have a lot of endurance, we're going to send them over here to keep track of this task force, where it goes, so that hopefully Task Force 1 can close in on it later today and destroy it. I have this Kingfisher here. I just launched it. I'm going to go see what this is. And then I redirected this one up here to see what that is. I don't think there's anything really to worry about. Soloman Islands, this is the situation here. This has been lingering for a while. Again, I'm hoping this ends today. And over here, let's see, Buna, kind of the same thing, only there's a little bit more work to do here. Actually, not very much. Task Force 31 and 30 are both on their way back to Australia to pick up some more troops and supplies. And Task Force 20 and 21, same thing, although I'm thinking of leaving Task Force 20, here's 20, with the transports and the C3s, the Macaulays. I'm thinking about bringing it back up to Guadalcanal, because by the time, I think it would take, well, I'm about to pick up the troops at Soloman Islands. I'm expecting this to be over soon, and I want the transports here to be able to pick them up and move them over to Bougainville as soon as possible. If I can't do that if they're down here picking up supplies. Now, I do intend to get more supplies from New Hebrides, but from another task force that I build when I get my command points. Now, I will send Task Force 21 back with the fuel transports, because I really don't have any here. I'm not waiting on them, so I'm going to go ahead and send them back. So hopefully that makes sense. We'll just wait for these supplies and engineering parts when we get the new task force. I just think when I have Task Force 20 get down here, that's when we will take Soloman Islands, and then my transports will be all the way down here, and that's not what I want. So I think we're going to go ahead and have Task Force 20 come back up and just sit here near Guadalcanal and wait. And I think that's it. Right now we're just going to continue searching the skies, seeing what these two task force are, and just waiting for Buna and Shortland Islands to be captured so we can start moving troops to the next targets. And we're going to seek out the remains of this task force here. So we're going to let things continue right now, and I will come back when anything interesting develops. Okay, I got a few encounters coming up. I don't know where this one went. We're having this Kingfisher coming over here to try and find it, but we found this one. I want to see what this is. It says maybe a destroyer escort. That's probably what it is, but we'll take a look. Okay, it is one ship, and it is a submarine. Okay. Not terribly concerned about this. We'll just leave. And just remember, this is a submarine. We do have this here. This is that light cruiser that keeps evading us. Here are our Mitchells. I'm going to keep the Sunderlands close by. And the Mitchells are on their way. Okay, this is interesting. This is what I just saw on the radar, and it looks like it's headed to New Hebrides. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was Task Force 2, but that doesn't look like it. I don't think they actually know Task Force 2 is here. I have my Wildcats coming back to Task Force 2, but I'm going to launch... Let's launch all the Lightnings and go take this flight on. And I don't know if this is like the last group of aircraft from the carrier that we sank up here, or is this yet another carrier? Don't know. We're gonna find out here real soon. Let's go over and look at this. Make sure that the Mitchells are on course. On target. So I'm not sure which one's going to happen first. It looks like this one here. Okay, let's get in the Lightnings and see what these fighters are. I'm not expecting a large force. Alright, we discovered... Oh, it's just a single fighter, and it is a 0. Ooh, I wonder if they're gonna run away. Let's kick up the speed on the Lightnings, although I think, yeah, they're already at a pretty decent speed. And it's gone. Or no, not quite. Here, get your speed up so you can catch them. There we go. Alright, let's leave. There's only one fighter. And we have these other bombers coming in. Let's redirect the Lightnings to here. And I'm going to make sure I don't miss this one up here. And doesn't appear... there they are, right there. I think this one's going to happen first. Let's get in the Lightnings again. Go shoot us some bombers down. Is it just one? It's just one. One Kate, about to be blown out of the sky. That was easy. There's more, though. These must be from the carrier that we sank earlier. See if we can find the others. Alright, here's another one. Same thing. And another one down in flames. I think there's one more. We'll hang out and see if we can find that one too. And there it is. So it was 103 Kates. Alright, head-to-head shootout here. And they're down. Alright, I think that's it. Good work. Let's take a look at the report. We lost nothing. They lost all 3 aircraft. We'll leave. And I think we'll bring the Lightnings back to New Hebrides. We'll put them right here and let them do combat air patrol until they run out of fuel. But I think that's all we're going to see from this area. I mean, it is possible. How far is this? They probably launched here, and we met them right about here. 300, say, yeah, it's possible that they went that far. It's interesting that they chose New Hebrides as the target. Okay, let's get in the Mitchells. Right about here. And this should be our light cruiser that we're looking for. It is. So we will target it. And I'm not sure exactly how I want to do, if I want to level bomb or go down really low. I do want to put them all in. Here, let's have them go forward. I'm probably going to put them in line ahead. And then we're going to circle around and approach from behind, most likely. Okay, what I've done is I've split them up into 2 groups. 2 groups of 3, and we're going to probably bomb from, well, I'd like to bomb from about 1200. So we'll get them down to that, and then we'll try and maneuver around the stern of the ship. I have the other Mitchells up here. We'll probably, I might have them actually go first. Just depends on who gets lined up first. But we're moving in, and we'll see if we can put some bombs on target. I think we only got 1 hit. Let's see. Yep, 1 hit, and I don't think that was enough to do much of anything. Let's take a look at the report. Heavy damage, moderate flooding. I just need more bombers. We'll keep tracking it and going after it. We'll retreat. And how far out is it? It's probably a little too far to send any other bombers, but we'll keep track of it again and see if we can finish it off later. Alright, it's a little after 7 p.m. and Enterprise has reached New Hebrides. We're going to go ahead and release her. Release repair. So that we can get her aircraft back. Let's take a look and see how long she's going to be in dockyard. 4 days. She does have a little bit of damage too, just a tiny bit. So 4 days, I guess Hornet can hold down the fort until then. And we never did spot the remainder of this task force. I do have Task Force 1 out here looking, and we'll continue to look, but I'm not hopeful I'll find it. I'll have them like circle around here in this area tonight, and maybe I can find it. We'll see, but I'm not hopeful. Okay, it's almost 9 p.m. and Task Force 11 has an encounter. I think the Japanese are trying to slip a transport task force in here, or maybe it's a destroyer, not sure which, but we're going to take a look. And of course my ships are all headed towards Guadalcanal. I'm going to have them turn around. Okay, it's a submarine, and it looks like... well, I'm not sure what they were... is this it here? These look like the torpedoes. Let's have the strong break formation. And... oh, there's several. There's 3. Looks like 3 different... submarines here. Alright, let's go chase them down if we can. Turn on active sonar for all of them. We're having them all turn around. I don't expect to be hit by any torpedoes. But it looks like they're all right in this area. We'll see if I can find them. Okay, we can have the strong slow down now. Start looking. We got one sub. I'm going to see if I can maneuver in and take it out. Okay, the strong is maneuvering into position, and we should be over the target soon. Let's get ready with some depth charges. We'll drop... let's drop 5. Okay, I think that may have worked well. We found the other 2. They're right over here. I'm going to take a look at the report real quick. And critical damage, critical flooding. She's going to sink. Let's go after the other 2. Let's bring the Chevalier up. The strong is probably going to... let's have her leave the area, but come over here. Porter, come on up in case we need you. Same with this one. Let's have this destroyer go next, and we'll have her speed up and go take out one of these 2. Alright, we're almost in position for this Type A. I'm gonna let her drop. We're gonna do another 5, and we'll drop them pretty soon here. Looks like she's trying to evade. Okay, I think we sank her right away. I heard the... Yep, we did. Type A is sinking. We got one left. The Type B here. Porter, you go ahead and go off in this direction. And we'll have the Chevalier turn a little bit faster. Turn around and engage this last Japanese destroyer. It's a good thing we caught them here. Don't need 3 Japanese destroyers hanging out outside Guadalcanal. So we'll get rid of them right now. Alright, closing in on the last sub. We will drop depth charges any moment. I want to get most of the destroyer in front of the sub is when we want to fire. Alright, mission accomplished. All 3 Japanese subs sunk in quick succession. It was this anti-submarine work with destroyers has become rather simple. Alright, good work. Now we don't have subs hanging out this area that would attack our transports. Let's retreat and look at the report one last time. 3 subs sunk, 3 command points earned. Very good work. I don't expect any other issues or encounters throughout the night, so we'll probably see you in the morning. Okay, it is now 5 a.m. on the 23rd, and I have all of my search aircraft up. I made a few changes. These are basically the same. They patrol this area here, south of New Guinea. We have a bunch of Sunderlands here. I just sent them out on like a spoke. They're just moving basically forward, well, in one direction, and then they come back, and they do this over and over and over. And I've spread them out across this part of the Solomon Sea. We have a Sunderland here that's going to patrol this area. Sunderland patrol this area. We've already found, it looks like, one transport. I don't know if it's trying to make its way to Soloman Islands. It might be. A bunch of Sunderlands here. Yeah, they are doing the same kind of pattern, basically just going out in a straight line and then coming back. And let's see, they patrol from like here over to here. And Sunderland's same thing here, except this one kind of goes out in a pattern like this. And the last one here goes out down to here. And then we have a Mariner over here, another Catalina, a few more Sunderlands here patrolling this area. I think we have everything covered. Oh, and some Kingfishers that are going to be patrolling the slot and this close area over here by New Georgia. And that's about it. I'm going to probably... It says 4 ships here. Let's go take a look and see what this is. See if we can launch. Ooh, let's go take a look at it with a Catalina, I guess, and just kind of verify what it is first before we send out a strike. We'll send that Catalina up this way, and I'm going to keep an eye on this merchant here. I don't know, again, I don't know if it's... Let's see where it's headed, if we can tell. Yeah, it looks like it's headed to Soloman Islands, so I don't think we have any... No, we don't have any strike aircraft here, so we might... I don't think we have anything here either. So what I might do is send something from Guadalcanal. Maybe. Okay, this is another surprise. We have a Japanese carrier task force. popping up right in the middle of the Solomon Sea, or at least so it says. Let's launch one lightning and go check it out and see if that's... I can get that over there pretty quickly, and if it actually is a carrier, we can launch from Saratoga and sink us another Jap carrier. Let's see. Alright, the lightning has arrived. Let's go take a peek and see what we have. Hopefully I can see it in the early morning light. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's not a carrier. It's just a tanker. Well, that's disappointing. Just a little bit. Ooh, I wonder if I could just eliminate it right here and now. Can one lightning do the job? This one's armed, is it not? I believe it is. I believe this is the one that does have anti-aircraft capability. I wonder if I could... I'm going to see if I can take it out with one lightning. We'll see. Let's get down, speed up, and see what we can do here. Alright, so what's the verdict on this? I think we got a cargo. Yeah, we got a cargo explosion. That was pretty massive. Let's see what the report says. Critical, heavy. We're going to probably... Well, I don't know. This thing looks like it's going to sink. I was going to say, we'll swing around for another pass, but I don't think we need to. Let's put the Lightning in a parking orbit and wait and see what happens to this ship, but I think she's going to go down pretty quick. Okay, that's it. She's going down. Time to head on back home. It was one pass. We had a couple of... it just says here one cargo explosion, but there were a couple more that happened. So we'll retreat and head on back. Good work. Good work. Okay, let's see. Catalina's approaching this task force. Let's see what this is. And if it's the same thing, we'll just send up some bowfighters and go take care of it. Oh, another transport. The Japanese used these as troop transports in World War II, and that's exactly what they're doing here. This is probably a transport carrying troops, or... Well, it's probably carrying troops. I can't imagine it's carrying supplies. So we will send up... probably... I don't even think this one's armed. We'll probably send up a few fighters. Let's retreat. Let's see what we got at Milne Bay to send up. We have some Kitty Hawks, but I don't think their guns are going to take care of it. Yeah, bowfighters are going to be it. And in fact, let's send up just a couple. Should be enough. With rockets, let's rocket this thing. That should be fun. Done, and we'll send them over right about here, I think it was. And we'll sink that transport. I have no idea where they're going. Can't imagine. There's nothing out here unless they're trying to go to Shortland. But this seems like a weird way to go, a weird course to get over there. All right, this is just to the northeast of Shortland Islands. I finally got some... That's a transport. It is, and this is the one that's headed to Shortland Islands. So now that we know what it is, let's send up a few... I'm going to send... Actually, I don't think the Wildcats are going to be able to do it. Let's have them return to base. Let's send up the... Actually, one Lightning should be able to do it. I'm going to send up one Lightning and have it head over to Shortland Islands area, and hopefully, let's put them right about here. I will intercept up. We'll head here first and then head up north to intercept that transport. Should be able to fairly easily. And the bow fighters are nearing this transport here. Okay, bow fighters. Let's get in here. And there's the ship. Alright, we will target it. And I think I will have them get down to about, oh, I don't know, 500, 600 feet. And circle around and hit them from the side. And if that doesn't work, well, we will strafe them. Well, that was pretty lame. I was expecting a little bit more, but that's fine. We'll just circle around and strafe it. Okay, another freighter down, so it's time to leave. We'll take a look at the report as we leave. Sunk, another 2 command points gained. How many command points do we have? Almost 60, and I think we get 200, and I can't remember how many we get. 100, no, not 200, 139 every week, so this is going to be over 200 when we finally get them. And that will be nice to have. Then we can get more transports, fleets. We're probably going to get a C3 transport fleet here and another one here, plus hopefully maybe another fuel fleet. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's it so far. Nothing else on the map. Task Force 1 is on its way back. The Lightnings are on their way to their target destination, so we'll continue again with the day and see what develops. Lightnings are closing in on... They got here a lot faster than I expected. They're closing in on this transport. We're going to sink it too. Okay, let's jump in. And right away we will get down to about 300, 400 feet. And we'll probably go about, I don't know, 160 miles per hour. And there she is. We'll make her the target. Swing around. Let's go actually quick, very fast. So I don't remember if she's armed or not. She might be armed. I don't remember. I'm probably going to attack from the bow. I think that would be best. She's not sending up any anti-aircraft, so I don't think she's armed. I was going to swing around for another pass, but it was quite unnecessary as she's now sinking. One pass, I think we had yet another cargo explosion. That was enough. Excellent work. Let's retreat. Another 2 command points gained, and so far they have not been able to move anything in this theater without us intercepting and blasting it. Let's have the Lightnings return to base, and we will continue with operations. We'll be back if something else interesting happens. Okay, another encounter with the Sunderland. Right here, it looks like possibly another transport of some sort. We will go to tactical and take a look. There it is, right over there. It is definitely a transport. So, again, I'm sure they're headed to Soloman Islands. That's what it looks like. Let's send up the bow fighters again. I think we can send them up. Yep, bow fighters, and we'll try the rockets one more time. I'm going to send up 4? Actually, let's send up just 2. 2 should be enough. Send them up with the rockets and get over there and see if we can sink another transport. Bow fighters are closing in. Let's go tactical. We actually found the transport. And let's see. We'll turn. Actually, I might try coming in from. Let's do this. Let's put them in line ahead. 100 meters apart. Line ahead, and then we'll try attacking from the stern and see if that works. We'll get them down to... I'll start at 600 and then let the AI adjust it for whatever it needs, whatever height it likes for attacking with rockets. Okay, report, I think, is critical damage, heavy flooding. I might wait a little bit, but then again, I might just turn them around and start another, maybe a strafing run. Might give that a try. I'm going to go ahead and have them, let's see, what's their space? 100 meters apart. Let's have them slow down to about 160 and then attack. Why not? Hasten their demise. Let's send them down. Alright, there we go. I don't know why this one's climbing up to altitude. It did it last time too, I'm not sure why. But the freighter is done. It's sinking. And another 2 command points likely. Let's retreat. Yep, 2 more command points, and now we have 63. And I don't have any other targets right now. Let's have them return to base. And we'll just continue. Here's Task Force 31 and 30. They're about halfway to, well, a little bit more than halfway to their destination. Task Force 21. And do I have any... I don't have any fuel here, so they'll probably just hang out here until we get our new supplies that come in. Task Force 20 is sitting here with 11 being protected. 7 and 1 are here, and there's not a whole lot else going on. But we'll continue with the day and see what else happens. All right, we just got notified that the command points are in. We have 202, which sounds about right because I think we had around 60-ish, something like that. We get around 140-ish every week. So 202 seems about right. So that means how much are, I think, all of the, let's see what we want to buy here. Destroyers, the Fletchers, that's probably what I'm going to get anyway. There are 9 apiece. I think the merchants, let's take a look here. The Macaulays, which I will probably need a few, they're 11. And C3s are 12. So I could buy probably 20 ships, I think, with this budget. So that would be at least 2 full fleets. And they're probably going to be C3 transports and destroyers. I don't think I'm going to be buying another, some more fuel ships. I might, maybe, we'll see. So I think we're going to leave, let's see, Task Force 30. We'll need at least something like this to move this big group of troops here. So I think what I'm probably going to do, let's see, where did I put 20? It's right here, isn't it? I'll probably do 1 task force like this at New Hebrides and 1 at Cairns. Okay, one of these fleets costs 112 command points. This is from New Hebrides. It basically has 2 destroyers. I removed the destroyer because I thought, well, maybe I just need 1 destroyer, but I'd rather have 2, even though I'm running from New Hebrides. They're mostly not going to be, well, they're probably not going to be in combat unless we have subs down here, but I think 2 destroyers would be safer. So 2 destroyers, 2 Macaulays, and 6 C3s is 112. I'm going to go ahead and buy that fleet. Unfortunately, with the Australian fleet, they don't have any more destroyers that I could use. They have 1 tribal, but I don't really care for those. I was looking for maybe some Jervis, but they're all being used. So I'm going to have to use American destroyers, and we have some C3s as well. Let's see, this cost us 5. I would need a lot more of these, so we're just going to do some American destroyers and some C3s. This comes out to exactly 90, which is what I have left. I don't have enough for troop transports, but I think that's fine. We have more supplies here than troops. We do have some troops here that need to move up, but we have 10,000 troops, more like 12,000 over New Guinea right now. So I think this will be fine until we have the points to buy 2 more troop transports. So there we go. I've used all my command points. We have now another task. Well, I'll rename these, but this one will shuffle just from here, probably to Port Moresby, and this one will shuffle from New Hebrides to Guadalcanal. Okay, here's what I have. Here's Task Force. Now, I've renamed the Fuel Task Force. I've made it Task Force 35. The 2 Troop and Supply Task Forces are 30 and 31. This is what this one has. The 2 destroyers have 150 troops each, and the rest is all supplies. And it's moving to Port Moresby. And I think what I'll do is I'll drop off the supplies there. I don't need the troops here. I'll probably pick up some. Well, I can't. But I'm going to move the troops over to Milne Bay and then back. When Task Force 30 gets down here, we'll get the rest of the troops. Even after I took those troops and supplies, I still have 9,300 troops, 21,000 supplies, 1,200 engine. I mean, this is ridiculous. I actually need 3 or 4 transport fleets down here for the amount of supplies I'm getting from Australia. Over here at New Hebrides, again, same thing. The fuel task force is now 25. The troop and supply task forces are 2021. Here's 21. It's full. This has got supplies, troops, and then supplies, and then engineering parts. And then, of course, Task Force 25 is going to come and pick up the fuel. This is what's left here. 210 troops, 16,000 supplies, 700 engineering, 600 fuel. Lots of supplies now. So, and it's good that they're on their way back. And now I have Task Force 20 up here ready to go once we take Shortland Islands, whenever that's going to happen. Been waiting for a while. And Buna, kind of the same deal. All right, so now, this one's going to take about, I think it was 20 hours. This one's going to be about 30-something hours, something like that, to get up there. So that's what's happening. Kingfish is almost at its, I just noticed it's almost at its patrol area. There's nothing else going on. Supposedly there's a sub here. Don't know. Don't really care, I don't think. These have destroyers. I can easily trash those subs if they attack. This is a destroyer escort. That's about all it is. And that's all. So we will continue with our transport runs and see if anything else comes up for the rest of the day. Yeah, I think we may have found the light cruiser, the elusive light cruiser that will not go down. I think this is it. Yeah, let's take a look. And I'll send out another strike package if this is it. Looks like it is. There's the destroyer escort. And there's the light cruiser. Actually, this doesn't look like the same light cruiser. Where's the damage on this one? I don't see any damage. Is this the same one? I don't know. Regardless, we will send up something to go take it out. It's right here. How far away? From Port Moresby, probably a couple hundred... Ooh, almost 400 nautical miles. 248. I must have been thinking about Milne Bay. But what do we have here at Milne Bay? Anything... Can't launch for a little bit. Port Moresby, I can send the Mitchells out again. How far can and the Beauforts? Torpedoes might be fun, actually. Let's send... Which one has... well, the Mitchells have more endurance. So let's stack them up with... I guess we're going to do 2 1600 AP bombs. Send all 6 of them out. Done. We'll bring up the Beaufort. Do I want to send all the Beauforts out? The thing is, I'm probably likely to get 1 bomb hit with the Mitchells. Let's do it. Not all of them. Let's send 4 of them out with torpedoes. Alright, the Mitchells have reached their target. Let's go into tactical. And we have 6 here again. So I'll probably split them up and let's make that the target. I'm going to break them up and we're going to go after this and see maybe this time if we can get some hits. I'll try it again, the same thing. I'm going to approach from behind and in line formation and see. Hopefully they'll help me out this time. Alright, this is what I've done. Again, I've separated them into 2 groups, and I'll show you where we are on the map. Get back to the map. Okay. So I have one group here, and I'm going to have them approach approximately the same time. This one's going to come from this direction. This one's going to come from this direction. Maybe it'll prevent them from dodging my bombers. We'll see. And I'm going to kick this off here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and have them go ahead and start moving towards their target. Well, I think we got one lousy hit, like last time, and it's probably not much of anything. Yep, moderate damage, minor flooding. Well, let's see if the bow forts coming in can do any better with their torpedoes. We'll see. We'll retreat. At least we didn't lose any aircraft. We got one hit. Bow forts are returning home because, well, probably because of the cooldown in acquiring or finding targets. It probably was a little too soon. So they were right over the target, but of course I couldn't find them because of the cooldown. I think there is a sub here. Well, oh, it's already a little too late to launch aircraft, so I guess we'll maybe try and look for it in the morning. Okay, 5 a.m. on September 24th, and nothing happened throughout the night. I did get some, well, all of my cargo fleets loaded up. These three are all headed towards Port Moresby. This one has troops, some troops, mostly supplies. Yeah, it has a bunch of supplies. This has a bunch of fuel, and this one has a bunch of engineering and more troops. Now, the troops aren't going to go to Port Moresby. We're going to drop off the engineering and supplies, and then we're going to come down here and drop off the troops, and then come back. Actually, this one is probably going to stay here. It's Task Force 31 that's going to come back. And over in this area, over by New Hebrides, Task Force 25, a bunch of fuel on its way to Guadalcanal 21. I think I loaded this up with some troops, supplies, and engineering. I think in hindsight, I may have not put enough engineering. Yeah, we got tons of supplies. I should have made all of that engineering parts. But let's see, we're bringing about 480-ish. So we'll at least get this up to level, well, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 3. I'll be short by a little bit to make this level 4. But again, it's not that far of a trip, and then we have multiple supply convoys. I'll probably leave the episode here because I'm not sure. I mean, I don't want to get entangled in a big battle with. I think I'm running on about 45 minutes or so on this episode, something like that. I don't know until I edit it, but I don't want it to be really, really long. So I'll leave it here, and then when we come back, we will start off at 5 a.m. on September 24th and see what happens. Right now, there's not a whole lot out there. So, but I'm really hoping that on the next episode we take Buna finally and Shortland Islands, and then we can launch a few more amphibious invasions, we'll see. Thanks for joining me on this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again on the next one.